Hey guys, this is Dave Nelson, and I've been getting a lot of emails and text messages wanting to know what do I collect. I guess you guys keep hearing in some posts on Facebook about some of the collections I have and everything. And the bear that you see right here on the wall, this is a good one for my taxidermy. It is a real black bear from West Virginia. Actually shot in West Virginia and everything. But I do collect taxidermy, but I'll go back and take you back way back to when I was a kid and show you what I really probably enjoy more than anything. And 50 years old, and I'm a big kid, so let's get ready. Okay, as you can see, I'm working Mindy, and I don't know how many of you guys remember Ultraman. Used to come on every day at 3 o'clock back in the 70s. And these are all the Ultraman figures. And that's the guy Hayata before he became Ultraman, standing in front of Mork and Mindy. And these are the different Ultramen. And there's my Scooby-Doo Mystery Machine. And a couple of cars from back in 1969, 71 that I used to play with. Mork and Mindy, those came out in the 80s when I bought them. And like I say, and these are all from the movie Ultraman, which is still big over in Japan, I guess, but these are from 1971. And pretty much impossible to get. Then we'll take you down. There's my Ultimate Warrior from the 80s. My Gallicans Allen. Pretty much still, everything's still in the box now. And I do have all the Walking Dead stuff since I'm a big part of that now. And everything. Glasses from back in the day. And badges from the 80s. One of my prize collections are the SSPs. And I don't know how many of you know what those are. But these cars, you actually pull this through the middle of it right here, and you let them down on the floor and they take off pretty fast. And I have every one of those. There's probably 100 of them. Some are worth a couple grand, like $2,000 for the best ones. My $6 Million Man collection, this is just part of it. The original ones are back there. And Planet of the Apes, if you can see those. I'm in my cases, so I'm not pulling anything out. It's got the doors open. And there's original SSP still in the box and everything. That one's worth quite a bit. And then if you want to go back to the day of the old oil cans, those are all full of oil yet. So I guess I always got oil for my cars, right? And I collect anything pretty much if it's old, and I want it. And if it's back from when I was a kid, I definitely want it. These are actually real life replica from Iron Man. This weighs about 200 pounds. I think I got the last one. Only a few of them made. And as you see, I have a lot of the stuff from the Marvel comics and DC comics. Same way with this. This is all made out of steel. These are very rare. And the ones in the back, the Superman and the Batman. These right here. And this one. Those are about $500 a piece. Right now is what they're worth, and the small ones not quite as much. Getting into the bigger ones again. The Hall of Justice, I have pretty much everything. This is an original. Let's see if I can get it out here. Be easier. Wonder Woman statue and comic book. This is the very first edition. #1 for Wonder Woman to appear. and everything. So that's very rare. And I have all the rings and everything from the Green Lantern series and everything. And as you can see there, pretty much if it's anything to do with superheroes in the 1970s and 80s, I have it. And I have crates and boxes of this stuff, so I don't have room to put it. It's pretty much boxed up out there. This is just some of my best stuff that I like a lot. There's one of the old phones. Still works. We actually had this one hooked up at, we can answer, but we can't call out on it because it doesn't recognize the dial system anymore and everything. So, and if you remember the old cuckoo clocks, okay, that's an old cuckoo clock from 1979. And that's Jackalope from South Dakota. And I don't know how many of you guys know the story about the jackalopes. And when I was a little kid, this is the phone I grew up with in my house. Right here. My phone number was 788-0118. We never had to dial area codes back then. Area code was 304 in West Virginia now. But that's the original phone. And this same phone sat at my mom's right beside the sofa in the living room out on Old Limestone Road in Kaiser. And so this phone here is dated, God, it's got to be 1970, 71 maybe. Because first grade is when I would be sitting and laying on this phone all the time. And then if you want to get to a real cool phone, you can see how many of you remember this one. This is the Outlaw phone. And it's just dial your number and talk away. But this is also, back in the day, very few of these. I guarantee you won't find this on eBay. You might give it a shot, but you won't. It's pretty rare, and it's in mint condition. And I don't know how many of you even know Alf or remember Alf, but the phone still works good. And I have over 100 telephones. I'm not going to show them all. I'm just showing a couple of them. And this is very cool because this is a Bible that belonged to Abraham Lincoln. So we open the little latch and let's pull it open to the, I marked the front page here. If you can read that. The quality of this video is not the best because I'm one person trying to do it. But you can see the date. The Bible was printed in 1857. There's handwriting. That's hard to read. It's so fine right there. But it says Abe died today, April the 15th, 1865. And it shows the date that he died. And the people that had it after him, they also, 1856. Again, I don't know if this video is sideways or what, but there's dates and things that was written in it. All the way back in the 1800s. And if you go to the back of the Bible, I believe there's stuff in it there from all the way back in 1902, 1872. I don't know who these people were, but I just know that the Bible was passed down from Abraham Lincoln's family and to whatever families that got it. It's not in the best shape. I don't know what it's worth, but it's a big part of history, and I think it's pretty cool. And if you think that's the oldest Bible I got, you're wrong. Look at this. This one right here, made in Jerusalem. And if you open this up and look at the date, if you can see it, and it actually goes back to the print date. I would have to okay, but anyway, I think this one's a little bit older. It's actually got a wooden cover on it, and it's in beautiful shape. It's been well kept. And that's two of my Bibles. I have many more of those. This is a prayer book from Rome. That is all hand tooled. Everything you're looking at is all hand engraved. There's an insignia in the bottom part of it, if you can see it right there. Pawn Stars tried to buy this from me and I wouldn't sell it. But when you open this up, it's actually a tiny, tiny prayer book made out of solid silver. That is 100% solid silver. And it's got handwriting in it. People wrote in it from back in 1904. If you're able to read that. And then the date, the actual date on this one, I believe, is a couple hundred years old. And it's in the Vatican of Rome. It tells where it was made and everything. But what it is actually just a little prayer book, I guess, that they would carry in their pocket. And it's full of daily prayers and St. Andrew Day, different things like that. But again, it states that it's from the Vatican. And like I said, it's being solid silver and being over 200 years old. Very, very rare. And all right, this is from 1901. Okay, you can see that's all hand tooled. If you can see it, every bit of that is done by hand. And when you open this thing up, someone decided to use it for a match carrier. And if you look at the date, if you can read it on your end, it's got the date it was made and everything on it right there. And what that actually says is manufactured in the patent or MFG company, January the 12th of 1904 is, okay, I'm sorry, that's when this one was made. The stones in it are real. I've had it checked. And again, this is another item that Rick on Pawn Stars tried to buy from me. And I won't part with it. All this will be left to my daughter, Tiffany. And it'll be up to her what she does. She's got a lot of crates to dig through. I have a lot of big items. And maybe I'll show you a couple of them. We'll see. Something, if you guys have been into horror movies, then you know what this is. This is a prop. This is from the movie Hellraisers. Okay, this box is from part 1, and which Hellraisers 1. It's one of the original props that came up for auction that I purchased in Hollywood, California, and very cool. And something that I basically keep under glass and and don't really mess with it that much. I have a record player here from the 1800s, and I used to leave this set on top of that record player. And it's the old record player that you crank up, but now I keep it in a glass case locked up. It's a pretty valuable piece, worth quite a bit, being that it was the first movie prop from that series where I think they made 8 or 9 of them. But anyway, that's one of my favorite pieces, and I'm into Stephen King and horror and Clive Barker, and I love all the horror stuff. This is something that's pretty cool. And flip the back side around first. I don't know if you can see that. Any of you guys that some of y'all probably know more about it than me if you're into the compasses and stuff. But yeah, I guess they would use this on a ship to guide them. When you open this up and move it, as you see, there's a mirror. This is the mirror, and you'd be looking down at this when it's tilted down, and this would be your guide. You look in between this part right here, and that is your compass. If you can see it moving there. Don't ask me the worth of this, I don't know, but as you can see, it was made in 1917, and still works, I can tell you that. Everything still works on it really well, so I think they engineered things back in those days better than we do right now. Okay. I wasn't going to get this out, but I thought I'd show it to you. This is also a telephone. This is the Starship Enterprise, the original. And it's actually here's where you talk into. And when you're done, you hang it back up, and then once again it becomes the Starship Enterprise. Okay, and even though I don't touch this stuff, I do collect it and I do save it. So I'll show you in one of my cases here. Anybody remember JR beer? This has never been opened. It's still a full can of alcohol. And they did it as a promotional thing back in Dallas. It's got J.R. Ewing's signature on it on the bottom. And old can of beer. And now since Larry Hagman, J.R. Ewing is dead, I assume maybe the value of that is up. And then we go mash. And this is also beer. And 4077 mash premium. And it's never been opened. These are full cans of beer. 12-ounce cans from the 1970s. And still in perfect shape, and don't get rid of them. Here's a hat. If you can see this helmet right here, it's actually worn in England by the royal police, and that is a real one. It's not a replica. That's 100% real, and I got that off a collector. And but that's pretty much other than the gold ware that we had, the crystal with the solid gold on that back there, and the old bottle collections and stuff. And for my West Virginia friends and family, this is very cool, and I had to jump on it. RC Cola, and it's from 1976. We're proud to be West Virginians. Full bottle of RC from 1976. Never been opened, never will be opened. And very rare bottle. I don't think you'll see another one or find another one. And I always wonder if it still tastes like RC. I haven't had an RC in so many years, but it's pretty cool. And we collect Boston Terriers. This Boston Terrier here is from the 1800s. Little as it is, it weighs 50 or 60 pounds, and it ain't that big. Solid steel, and I mean, or cast iron, I'm not sure which. But it's made in the I think it's 1879 is the date on the bottom of it, and very old. And saw it. A person had it for sale, and I had to buy it just because we have Boston Terriers, and we've raised them actually my whole life. This has been my favorite dog and what I raised. This one is a horse from 1902. Got from a lady that was headed it to sale, and it's just sitting here actually in one of my rooms. And this is a Boston Terrier that I got from a guy that makes them where they're real. These run about $1,000, and pretty much looks like the real thing. A lot of people walk in the house when it used to sit on the floor, and they thought it was a real dog, and they'd back away or jump up when they see it or whatever, thinking it was a real dog, but it wasn't. There's my buddy on the wall. If you're from West Virginia, and you got to have your buck on the wall, right? Even in Florida. So, okay, this is actually another telephone. When you open it up, you have your phone inside, and everything works. Every phone that I have works. This is from the 1980s as well. Very nice piece. I would not part with it. Anyway, that's a small piece of what I have. Each week I'll try to show you a little bit more, but I got a lot of big stuff out in the buildings and in my garage, and I really didn't have time to go through all that, dig it out today. And I have several rooms here in the house full of stuff as well. And my wife will kill me if I start pulling that stuff out. She keeps it boxed up and locked up for a reason. But I showed you a few really cool pieces, and a lot of like I said, a lot of the toys I had when I was a kid that I think a lot of the men, you grow up or you grow old. Maybe that's it. You grow old, but you never grow up. And anyway, I guess I'm looking around, and that's about it for right now. But I've got everything from boom boxes, the cameras, the record players, oh my God, you name it. And got over 5,000 DVD movies and quite a bit of stuff. I mean, but the amount of things that I have in the crates full in the buildings, that's just too much to list. But over the next few weeks, I'll put on here from time to time and post and show you some of the things I do have. And other than that, God bless you guys. You're my prayers. Hope to see everybody soon. And if you see us at one of your events, come out and say hello. And God bless, and talk to you soon.